Oh, hello there. And hello everyone. I'm Mathew Harwich, and thanks for tuning into my channel. Today, we're diving into what I believe might be the best tuner app out there. We're also going to briefly discuss tuning in general for trumpet players. All right, let's break it down. So last week on a whim, I decided to explore tuner apps, particularly for my iPad. While browsing the App Store, a lesser known app caught my eye. It's called the Helix Tuner, and it's available on both iPad and iPhone. It wasn't the most popular, and it only had a few reviews, but something about the design itself intrigued me. And the fact that on that screen, all I saw was this interesting circle that seems to animate itself. So I decided to give it a shot for about $3, I think it was. And let me tell you, I was pretty blown away. Its minimalistic design is really mesmerizing to the eye. And the way it works is simple yet effective. The display spins clockwise if you're sharp, and counterclockwise if you're flat. The real challenge is keeping it steady, especially on a trumpet. This experience has made me realize just how crucial a good tuner for trumpet players really is. And I want to emphasize something for trumpet players. Our instrument is notoriously challenging to keep in tune. It's a stark realization, but you know it's true. When we tune an orchestra or band, it doesn't stop there. In fact, that's just the beginning. I don't really find tuning to the tuning note at all that helpful. The real work is done note to note, and on your instrument, you want to find out where those pitches are and know by instinct, without thought, where they are and how to adjust them faster than a listening ear can tell anything was ever off. That is the secret to playing in tune on the trumpet. And practicing with the Helix Tuner has become a really important tool for me in tackling this type of challenge. It's not that we can't do it, it's that we need to be able to do it fast enough and quickly enough in order for it to not be so apparent in the sound. And we must put focus into the intonation of the trumpet. As a trumpet player, you know that a lot of the tuning is done with the mechanisms of your body, your aperture, your tongue, your airspeed, etc., 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 etc. Well, using a tuner like this helps me work on the skill of adjusting those things. I've already incorporated it into my routine. I use it during warm-ups, especially long tones, and just as a general rule, several times a day for quick practice sessions. Each time I practice with it, I focus on bringing each note into perfect tune as quickly as I can. And then holding it in place as long as I can. But I also practice bending it up and down, and then back to balance, controlling the spin throughout. That way, I learn how to spin it up, I learned how to bring it down, so that I can adjust accordingly to the ensemble. I'll give you a demonstration here. In fact, you might even want to try lipping it down and then getting that lip down note in tune. Let's see if we can do it. So pretty close. So I believe this type of practice is vital because, again, by its very nature, every single note on the trumpet is off. It is most definitely not in tune, no matter how good of a trumpet you have. Now, I don't recommend using a tuner 100% of the time, and I most definitely don't recommend using it whenever you're playing with an ensemble. And I believe that because your focus at that time should be on matching the pitch of the ensemble with your ears and not using a visual aid. Also, I don't recommend using it 100% of the time in practice as well. I think it's helpful to use in practice when you are focusing on intonation itself. Usually, as I said before, I'll start with a warm-up with some long tones, and something very common in my routine is a lot of improv on various pitches and intervals. So a couple of other things. Make sure in the settings to set it to auto, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So if you click on it, this little thing will show up, and it's called Settings. And it's very, very simple to lay out here. We have boost input volume, and I think by default it's switched to on, and I would definitely switch that off because the trumpet is quite loud enough, and if you make it, if you boost it, then the circle just gets a little bigger. So I would recommend turning that off and putting the note selection to automatic. And then when you get back to the app here, you know, I mean, this looks great, but if you really want to max it out with the minimalism aspect, then tap right there. And then you got this nice clean screen that you can just kind of meditate while you do some of your intonation exercises. So for those of you interested, I put a link to the Helix Tuner app in the video description, and that's it for today. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. Your support means a lot, and it's going to help bring more content like this to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.